Ooh! 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 Hello and welcome back to Pushblock Gaming. I am Jay and today we're talking more Multiversus, and specifically we're talking about Arya Stark. Arya is an assassin class character, which means she's a fast character with huge combo potential, but this also means she's lighter and takes 14% more damage. She's a character with a kind of unorthodox playstyle who can jump across the stage for follow-ups and either rack up huge amounts of damage through her combos or even secure kills off the top or the sides near the blast zones. Today we'll go over some of the fundamentals of Arya that can help you get started with the character. So the first thing to understand about Arya is going to be her special moves. We're going to look at her up special first. So if you look here, it is a slight upward swipe, a little bit, not much of vertical momentum here. And so it really doesn't do too well as a recovery tool, but where it shines is when you land it on an opponent, you will dash to them, following their momentum and allowing for a lot of cool things like combo follow-ups and even kill confirms. The other extremely important special Arya Stark has is her side special here. This is her dagger throw. So if you see here, with the first press of side special, you will throw your dagger. Second press, you will dash to it. And so if you see here, if you throw it on the land or off stage, you just dash, you go right through your enemies and stuff like that. But where it shines is when you hit the enemy. See, if you hit them, you will go here and you will get a backstab on them. And so this is used in tandem with the up B for combos, kill confirms, all kinds of things. And I have cooldowns off right now, but if you throw it onto the stage or off stage, the cooldown is going to be really long. Whereas if you hit an enemy, the cooldown is going to be a lot shorter, or an ally in doubles. But this is a huge combo starter, extension, kill confirm, all of these following here. When you hit an ally or an enemy, this dash here is going to be invincible and have the hitbox at the end. Whereas if you throw it over here, no hitbox, not going to be invincible, going to have a longer cooldown. So the goal is to hit the enemy. Now, if the dagger is on cooldown, so say you throw it off, look at that, really long cooldown, right? Well, if you use it again, you will get this vertical spinning move that is a multi-hit. So this will break armor. This will give you this little horizontal dash. You can do it up, you can do it down, and it actually kills decently early off stage. And it's really good for like catching air dodges, catching drifts, but if you try to go low, you're going to have a lot of lag. So do not do that towards the bottom blast zone. Alright, so the last two special moves we're going to talk about are going to be down special and neutral special, which aren't quite as relevant to her kit, but they're still important. So down special right here, you see it gives turn attack, so your next attack you use will give a backstab, so it'll do extra damage. It also will apply disorient. So your next attack will apply disorient, which means that it will also break armor. And so in singles, this is good for applying extra damage, breaking armor from characters like tanks like Superman or Iron Giant, things like that. In doubles or 2v2, this will also apply this to your teammate, and you will get a short dash to them. It also can be used to stall in the air a little bit. If you see there, like this is your normal speed, right? If you use it, a little bit of stall there. So it's kind of good for like another air dodge as well, or a way to sort of stall your momentum and get a follow-up. Arya's last special is her neutral special, where she's able to take the face of her enemy. When she does this, she can both copy them with moves like neutral air and their neutral grounded normal, and then she also can press that neutral special button again to load up a stun that takes a while to come out, but it has huge rewards. You can get giant punishes off of it, you can get kills, you can literally charge up whatever you want. Alright, so next we'll go over Arya's normal moves before we cover her combos and some more advanced things. So we're going to start here with her grounded moves. This is her grounded neutral. It is chargeable. She sort of does a little hop back and then stabs forward. This move isn't super good. It'll kill around 100, deal 7 damage at 0. But the real thing here is that you can do this little dash back and then jump out of it or dash out of it, things like that. So you can sort of fake people out. Like say he's going to dash in and then you jump over and get a dare and get a combo. Her next move that we're going to talk about is going to be her down normal. So if you use her down normal, you crouch, press your normal button, she's going to actually dash behind the enemy and go for a backstab, which the spacing has to be right for it to follow through. And the dummy here loves to turn around, so it's not quite working. But this is actually an invincible roll through. So this is an invincible roll through. It has pretty good knockback at high percents. I've got a ton of attack decay on it. But here we are at 100. And you see not super crazy knockback, but there are some cool things you can do with it. Combos, etc. like that. But the key point is that it's invincible. You see it uses your dodge meter at the bottom when you use it, and then it's a little counter attack. Next up is her up normal, which is chargeable as well, and it is sort of an anti-air or forward swipe covering much of the ground in front of her and above of her. And this move is good for, calling out jumps. Maybe you can dash back and then use this, right? But what it also is good for is it's a combo starter. So you're able to get this into the up B, into the up special, and combo off of that. The last grounded move we're going to talk about for Arya is going to be her side normal, which is a 2-hit kind of jab combo, which can kill really situationally, but that's not the strength of it. It is a really good move, probably her best grounded move, but just like her up normal, this move is really good for its combo potential here. So what you can do is cancel out of the first hit to do your up special, and you can combo out of that. So if you see here are some ideas. Things like that. There's a lot more advanced stuff, but that's just a basic example for you. Next, of course, then will be her aerials, which is really where Arya can excel. She has pretty good aerial movement, and she has some really good aerials. So we're going to start off with kind of the weakest of the batch and work our way up to the better ones. And so the first one we're going to talk about is her Nair here. So Nair kind of goes at a diagonal angle. You can fast fall it down from really fast heights, and you can kind of get some things out of it. They're not true follow-ups, but there's a lot you can do. And so this is also the move that gets replaced if you have your enemy's face. And so overall, it's not her most useful move, but hey, it's, good to unstale some things, and it can sort of catch people off guard with the angle sometimes. Next is going to be her side air, which is a chargeable forward swing, a kind of classic swordy move in a platform fighter. It's really good because it kind of hits behind as well, if you see there. You can kind of dash past your enemy, or you can be in front of them still and hit. It kills a high percent. It can be a really good combo finisher for her. Then there is also up air. So up air is 2 swipes, so that means it breaks armor in this game. You can use it falling and get the second hit. It's really good for combos, things like that. So this move kind of does it all. It can juggle, it can kill, it can do a lot of things for her. And the last move, my personal favorite, is going to be Dare. Dare is a chargeable downward swipe. You can fast fall down with it. You can use it in the air, and it kind of stops your momentum as well. So it's a really good move, and this move does everything. It finishes combos. She has specific pillar combos to start with it. She starts combos. You can go boom, 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 boom. Like, she can do some crazy stuff with this move. Now that we've covered all of Arya's moves, we're going to talk about some of her basic combos, starting from really simple to getting a little bit more complex, and then going over some kill confirms. Just to know though, all of these combos need to be adjusted for DI. The training room dummy here does not DI. You have to follow drift and choose the correct aerials to follow up. There usually is a correct option after the up B, but you have to choose the right one. So here are some basic combos. Arya also has a more complex pillar combo that goes like this. Lastly, we're going to go over some kill confirms that have the dagger readily available. These combos are just some examples and some inspiration for you. The options really are pretty limitless with Arya, and there are a lot of different things you can do, so make sure you try to lab out your own situations and things you want to look for, and even just try things out in game. These are just to help you get some inspiration and get some fundamentals of her combo game down. So next we're going to discuss Arya's 2 major perks. The first perk is called Trophy, and it happens when you KO an opponent, you automatically gain their face. So instead of having to use your neutral special, you automatically gain the benefits of having access to both their neutral air and neutral ground and normal, and the neutral special stun automatically after that. This perk should be taken always in the 1v1, as the other perk kind of has some negative effects. Arya's second perk is called Betrayal. Betrayal affects her side special, the Dagger Throw. It makes it so when you hit an ally, it gives them an enraged buff. Enraged will make that ally's attack apply a stack of Weaken. The enemy that has a stack of weaken on them will then take more damage and knockback from the next attack they receive. This buff will also transfer to Arya if she dashes to her ally. The only drawback is if Arya hits an ally with this dagger throw, it's going to have a longer cooldown because of the buff. So in singles, when you can't hit an ally, this is generally just a useless perk. For Arya's more minor perks, there are a couple ones I suggest from each category. The first one being here, up, and Slay. Your team deals 5% increased damage on attacks that knock enemies back upward. A lot of Arya's kit revolves around vertical combo game, so this automatically gives you a bit more damage. The other perk I'd recommend is Lumpy Space Punch. This gives you a 5% damage boost to any melee attacks done in the air. So once again, some more damage to her combo game. This also would include things like your Sair and other moves that attack more horizontally. Next, I would really recommend going in the utility tree. One perk I really personally love running is Leg Day Champ. This gives you a 10% increased jump height, which really helps since your up special doesn't help you very much with recovering, but also it can be kind of hard to shark and use that in the air to juggle opponents. Another perk I'd recommend is Fancy Footwork, which gives you 5% increased dodge distance. This can help you close that gap in the air as well as help your recoveries. Lastly, I also like the CopyZilla perk with 10% reduced cooldowns, as this helps you get your thrown dagger back quicker. There are plenty of defensive perks that are viable as well, but that mainly depends on the stage and character matchup. In the 2v2 game mode, Arya does very well and she has some good partners, but also the style in which she plays, where she secures KOs so close to the blast zone, can be very dangerous. As when you're out there, the enemy's teammate can also come back and try to KO you early as well by chasing you into the blast zone, and you could get knocked out extremely early. So teammates who can easily cover, protect, and remove Arya from those bad situations work best with her. So here are the 3 I recommend. First up would be Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's down special, where she's able to give Arya more armor, really is helpful. Helps her get out of those bad situations, potentially save her in those really rough spots. Lasso can also provide long distance coverage for Arya, whether that is pulling her back to the stage or trying to whip away an enemy that's getting close to her. She also has large hitboxes that allow her to follow up off of Arya's smaller combos and 2 or 3 hit things a lot easier. The next character would be Steven Universe. Being able to shield and heal Arya to help keep her alive is really useful. The platforms created by Steven also allow for huge combo conversions and better juggles for Arya to help kill off the top or off the sides. My last suggestion would be Raindog. Raindog can cover her from long distance away with his zoning tools and will generally be the one being chased down by opponents because of this, giving Arya the opportunities to find combo starters and potentially take really early stocks. He also could help safely return Arya from the blast zones to help reset neutral and help her not get edge guarded, which is one of her problems. So there you have it. That should help cover all of the fundamentals of getting started with Arya Stark in Multiversus. I hope this helped. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/DJ8, where I'm streaming Multiversus nearly every day, and I would love to help answer your questions.